Picture this. From the very moment you're born, before even uttering your first words, you have the expectation of the world, your race, placed on you. You're not just any regular Saiyan child, no. You're a prodigy. Prince Vegeta. On the other side of that coin, you have the low-class warrior, destined for nothing, won't amount to anything. Sent away to a distant planet, forgotten, unwanted, a left behind. The low-class reject, Kakarot. A fated battle woven into the very stars themselves. The cost of a prince's pride versus the fate of a planet. The prodigy versus the nobody. Gifted talent versus hard work. Goku versus Vegeta. Now, I'm sure we're all very familiar with the Saiyan saga, and if not, why the heck are you here? But this is not me analyzing the entire Saiyan saga. Rather, this is just me talking about what I consider to be one of the most iconic fights in Shonen history. And though it's technically Goku versus Vegeta, it's more like Goku and Gohan and Krillin and Yajirobe versus Vegeta. And the tension leading up to the eventual battle is fantastic in its own right. Yamcha, Tien, Chaozu. Piccolo died protecting Gohan, and as a result, the Dragon Balls are gone. And it seems like all hope is lost until... And with no wasted motion, Goku gets to work, absolutely demolishing Nappa's back.
Pause.
And as he's on the ground, reaching for the hand of someone he thought to be an ally, maybe even a friend.
Nani?
The cards are now set. Our fighters are in position, and it's time to show you why this is some of the best that Shonen battle manga has to offer.
要するに貴様は落ちこぼれだ。
そのおかげでオラはこの地球に来られたんだ。感謝しなきゃな。それによ、落ちこぼれだって必死で努力すりゃエリートを超えることがあるかもよ。
面白い冗談だ。では努力だけではどうやっても越えられぬ壁を見せてやろう。
Before a punch is even thrown, we are treated to some very juicy visuals, as both fighters take their positions. Vegeta stands high above Goku, both literally and figuratively, but Goku, like always, is looking up at the impossible, ready to overcome. Vegeta dominates early, he's faster, stronger, and he doesn't even break a sweat as he utterly dominates Goku. He returns every attack thrown with an even stronger one, and Goku appears extremely outmatched until he pulls out. Oh my lord. The Kaioken has to be my favorite technique of this entire series, and it's a perfect metaphor for who Goku is. It's not just a power-up, it's a risk, it's a gamble. Push too far and your body gives out completely. So for Goku, someone who time after time pushes himself to his limits and beyond, it's only fitting that he gets a technique which is the exact personification of who he is. But it's ultimately fruitless, as Vegeta still seems to have the advantage in power. So, backed into a corner with no other options, Goku pushes his body farther than humanly possible. And he finally seems to be able to close the gap and even overtake Vegeta with the 3 times multiplier. And now he's bringing the pain. I mean, he lands brutal hit after brutal hit, and Vegeta is stumbling, trying to wrap his mind around how this piece of low-level trash was able to make an elite warrior bleed. I mean, let's just put ourselves in Vegeta's shoes for a second. How humiliating must it be for you as the prince of your entire race to be utterly dominated by someone considered the lowest of the low? Every hit thrown is not just physical, but it's quite literally a psychological blow to Vegeta's pride and his superiority. But now he's overcome with rage and says, screw the planet, you're all getting blown up. Now Earth's last hope rests in the hands of Goku. For the sake of those who gave their lives to protect this planet, and fueled by pure desperation, Goku breaks his limits once again, pushing to Kaioken times 4, sending Vegeta flying into the stratosphere. But ladies and gentlemen, this battle is far from over. Okay, if the first half of this fight was a high-impact deathmatch, this one is an all-out war for survival. This is the most powerless and desperate Goku's ever been in a fight. It feels like all the odds are stacking and stacking, as well as the realization that he was in fact the giant monkey that killed his grandpa, and it's heartbreaking to see. So after getting thoroughly wrecked by Vegeta, Goku's on his last legs, and he pulls out his final trump card, the Spirit Bomb. An attack of pure energy and the last gasp of the earth itself. And it's ready. All that's left to do is launch it straight.
Damn, he really about to rock my shit.
Well, looks like Goku is all out of plans and all out of energy. Only thing left to do now is be crushed. Now before leaving, a little parting gift. Now, as he slowly gets the life crushed out of him, all we're left to do is watch. Gohan, probably scared to death, looks at this abominable creature right in his eyes, and does not waver, giving Krillin just enough time to prepare his attack. And now's his chance to launch it. Okay, we're screwed. For the first time, it feels like Goku didn't have what it takes to get the job done. It's what I could say. If the GOAT, if the man, the legend, Yajirobe didn't step onto the paint and show why he's the best to ever do it.
You want to talk about a playmaker? That's a playmaker. He made the play.
And now it's the start of my favorite section in this entire fight. Everybody giving their all just to take down this monster. Goku can't move, he's just getting kicked around. Gohan tries his best to put up a fight, but he's getting trashed. And Krillin gets ready to launch the Spirit Bomb that Goku gave him. But he needs time. Time to lock on to Vegeta's ki. Time they cannot afford to give as Vegeta's closing in on Gohan for the death blow. But he's got it. He's got his target. And he launches it, praying that it hits him. Come on! He dodges the Spirit Bomb and it's headed straight for Gohan. But at the last second, Goku tells him to bounce it back due to his lack of evil ki. And it works. It actually works. It hits Vegeta point blank. And it's over. It's finally over.
そったね。とんでもねえやつだったけど、墓ぐらい作ってやるか。
貴様らの墓を。
Yeah, this is the greatest fight of all time. He is still alive. He just ate a raw spirit bomb, and he is walking like he just sprained an ankle. Look at this man. He looks like a zombie. Look! And he somehow manages to find the strength to launch an explosive wave. And everybody's basically out of it, man. But then he notices Gohan's tail growing back. And right when he's about to pluck it out... That's my goat! That's my goat right there, bro. Clutching up at the last... Oh, never mind. But with 5 seconds left on the clock, Vegeta's going for the tail, and Gohan transforms. Now we're in overtime, baby. He does get his tail cut off, but he manages to take Vegeta down with him, finally bringing this fight to its conclusion. Round of applause for the MVP of this battle, Kid Gohan. Whew. That was honestly amazing. I mean, just when you think he's finally down for good, nope, he's right back up. I love how this slowly devolves from like a one-on-one battle to just a straight car wreck at the end. I mean, these guys look like they got trampled. And I do appreciate how everyone gets an opportunity to shine. Every character mattered, every hit meant something, and it could not have been achieved without the efforts of each individual. But I hope I was able to show you why I consider this to be some of the very best in all of Shonen battle manga. But until next time, thank you so much for watching.